Hey, welcome. So today I thought we would talk about metal detecting playgrounds, commonly referred to as tot lots in the metal detecting community. So what do we find at these tot lots? So mostly we're looking for jewelry. That's what we're really looking for, of course. But you're going to find little toys, trinkets, and some coins. Not usually any relics or old relics, unless you're really hunting a really old playground. But we're not going to be getting into that. But see, the adults, they lose their jewelry while they're playing with their kids and all that. But kids will lose jewelry too. Believe it or not, I've seen parents give their kids sterling silver and 14 karat gold jewelry. Okay, what I'm going to do is in between the finds throughout this video, I'm going to throw in some tips. So watch the whole video so you don't miss any of the tips. Okay, let's get to swinging. Well, my first decent signal, like 83 on here. Let's see what it is. Oh, it is something good. Yeah, looks like a dime. That's been down there a while too. No, that's a penny. That's a memorial. Okay. Well, that's my first find in here. And that was pretty dang deep. Alright, well, carry on. Okay, here's my first tip. You need to get your metal detector and get a small, fine gold chain and find out how much discrimination you can get away with without eliminating that small, fine chain. Now, the small, fine chains are the hardest things to pick up. If you can pick up a small, fine chain, you're going to pick up all of the gold. So a little bit of discrimination is okay. A lot of people say don't discriminate any, and that's okay too, but I discriminate a little bit just to cut out the super tiny pieces of foil. It saves a little time. And it also depends on how much time you have. If you only have a couple hours to hunt, then sometimes I'll discriminate all the way up to nickels, to pick up nickels and above. I'll still pick up big gold rings and silver rings and all that. And of course, I'm going to lose small gold. But make sure that your detector is picking up that small, fine gold chain so that you can find any gold. Now, whenever you get there to the tot lot that you're going to hunt, you want to, it's going to depend on the trashiness of the tot lot. They're all going to be different. So the less discrimination you can get away with, the better. So use the least discrimination you can, check out the place, look around a little bit and see how much trash you're picking up. If you're not picking up a whole lot of trash, then keep that discrimination down as low as you can. If you're hunting and getting a lot of trash and you don't have time to mess with it and you only have like an hour to hunt or something, cut the discrimination up more. Yeah, you're going to lose some small gold, but you can come back later when you have more time and go for that small gold. I got a little signal here. It's like I found a little bit of bling or something. A little earring. I don't know if that's silver or not. Oh, we'll have to check it out when we get home. Okay, well, that's something. Okay, here's that little pendant that I found. It's pretty. Looks like there's a mark on here. Looks like S925M. That's interesting. So it's sterling. And these look like really good stones. Look like it could be diamonds. So let's go out to the shop and get out my diamond tester and check these and see if they're the real diamonds. Okay, here's that little diamond pendant that I found. And remember it said
S925M on the back. So we're going to test these diamonds. And here's a diamond tester I got. It's only about 20 something bucks. You can get them on Amazon. And let's see if this is a diamond. Well, that says that's a diamond. And that's a diamond. That's a diamond. Hey, that'd get you all excited, wouldn't it? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, those are not diamonds. You cannot trust these. These will tell you if it's a CZ, but that M stands for moissanite on these things. Anytime you see jewelry like that, and it has an M, that can stand for moissanite. So that's what that is. And back when I was in the jewelry business, we didn't have moissanite. And when it came out, a lot of people got scammed because they test as real diamonds. So that is not real diamonds. That's moissanite. So that's what I wanted to show you. Forget about these diamond testers. They're not going to be able to tell you whether a lot of it is real diamonds or not. But it will tell you if it's a CZ. So that's a good thing about them. So anyway, that's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. Okay, let's get back to the hunt.
So you want to get out early too, especially, in the summertime. It's like triple digits here in Texas, and it just gets hot. I can only hunt a couple hours before it gets too hot. So yeah, get out early, and also the kids come out between 10 and 12. Usually the daycares and the parents bring them out, before it gets too hot. So they're all out playing. So it's gonna be a lot easier to metal detect without a lot of people around asking you questions and everything. So yeah, get out early before it's too hot. Looks like a penny. Yep, that's pretty recently lost. So okay, we'll take it. Looks like we got us a nickel. A new nickel. This one sounds pretty good. Give me it's about a 70. Let's see what this is. Here it is. What is that? Some junk. A nickel. This one's been in there a little while. We'll take it. Okay, as far as gear, you need all your usual gear. Small coil is good to get in between trash. But one of the things that I see people doing is using these like really sharp instruments and shovels and stuff like that. You don't want to do that. And where there's kids, you don't want any knives and stuff like that, especially if any adults are around or any authorities come around to ask you questions. So a plastic shovel's the best, a small hand trowel. But yeah, stay away from the big shovels and the sharp implements. That doesn't go real good on playgrounds. And also, you need to make sure you're wearing headsets. You don't want to be making a bunch of beeping sounds and all the kids running over seeing what you found every time you get a signal. And it stops from disturbing everybody. And you just don't want people running over with curious eyes seeing everything you find. Here's a good one, going up to 98. It's probably a quarter, or it could be some silver. Let's see. Yeah, a new quarter. We'll take it. That sounds pretty good. Coming in at about 88. It's shallow, whatever it is. Oh, looky there. A piece of jewelry. That looks like silver. We'll have to put it under the magnifier when we get home, check it out. Maybe we'll do that right now, and then we'll come back to the hunt.
Okay, here's that pendant. It's pretty. I don't know what kind of stone it is. I think it might be sodalite. Not sure. Pretty sure it's not a turquoise of any kind. But if you know, leave it in the comments. I'd like to know what kind of stone it is, if you have any idea. And on the back here, we've got 925 right there, sterling silver. All right. Love to find that silver. All right, well, let's get back to the hunt now and see if I can't find some more.
Yep, I'll take that. Can't complain about that. Okay, so the best places in the playgrounds to look are going to be like under the monkey bars and at the end of slides, and anywhere where the parents or adults are interacting with the kids and playing with them. That's usually going to be the best spots to look, where they're kind of roughhousing a little bit. But another really good spot to look, which a lot of people overlook, is just outside the playground. There's going to be usually some trim or some kind of molding that's holding in all the mulch and all that. On the other side, outside of the playground, right up against that edge, that's where the adults usually sit while they're watching their kids play. So you definitely don't want to forget to hunt along those edges, just outside the tot lot, for coins, jewelry, or whatever. That's a good spot, and I never hardly see anybody looking there. They're always up in the most usual spots, under the swings and under the at the end of slides and under monkey bars. And those are good spots, and you need to definitely search those, but don't forget the outside edge of the playground. Well, you can't go a day of metal detecting without finding at least one of these. Alright, I got a weird signal here. It's like a 44. Oh, it's a little cross. That looks kind of like silver, but that was too low. 44, that can't be silver, but you never know. Sometimes they do bring up low. Let's put it on the scope and take a look at it and see if we can figure it out. I can't tell if there's a marking on it or not.
Okay, well, here's that little cross. I didn't notice it had red, white, and blue on it like that. That's pretty neat. It's a pretty cross. I don't see any kind of marks on the back of it, so I doubt that it's silver. But there is a way to make sure that it's not silver. Just take a magnet, and if it jumps to the magnet like that, you know it's not silver. Oh well, that's the way it goes. All right, let's get back to the hunt.
Got something. I'll take it. So another thing you want to consider is don't be afraid to cut your sensitivity down on your detector. A lot of the stuff's going to be shallow unless they've just put lots of this mulch in these playgrounds. But cut that sensitivity down some so you can get closer to the metal parts underneath the monkey bars and the poles and underneath the slides. So yeah, be sure and cut that sensitivity down some. And another thing you might consider too is just hunting with your pinpointer. Don't forget to do that after you've gotten, you've metal detected. Just take your pinpointer and scan all around those posts, get up as close as you can to them, and you'd be surprised what you'll pick up just right up against, real close to the metal spots that you might not. But most people don't know how to hunt up, up next to the metal without picking it up and listen for sounds other than the metal pieces. So yeah, don't forget about cutting your sensitivity down some, and also just use your pinpointer to scan around some of those metal parts. Okay, got a signal here. It's pretty low, about 60, and I scrape my foot across the ground, and I can see it right there. It looks like we might have something gold. Let's see here. Yep, it's a little charm. Oh, looks like it could be gold. It's a cherub off a necklace. Pretty cool. That hadn't been there very long. It's almost on the surface. Well, let's take it over to the scope and see if it's see if we can see a marking on it or something. Hey, if y'all haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's head over to the scope, check it out, and then we'll come back and hunt some more.
Okay, here's that little cherub I found. It's kind of cool. It's kind of an ugly face on it, but that's all right. Yeah, there's no marks on it anywhere that I could find. It's not attracted to a magnet, so that's a good sign, but I have a feeling, oh, it is attracted just a little bit there. See it jumping? That's not gold. All right. Well, that's the way it goes. All right, let's go find something else.
Okay, last thing I'd like to say is not really a tip, but it's more of a kind of a always commandment type thing, and that's always cover your holes. No matter where you're at, if you're at a tot lot or you're at a house, whatever, always cover your holes. You know, you don't want anybody tripping in them, getting hurt, and it's going to hurt, the future detectorists or you're detecting, because people aren't going to let you come into the parks anymore. If they ban the parks from being hunted because you're not covering your holes, it's going to be your fault. So always cover your holes. Now I've got some other videos that I'm doing. I've got some permissions at some old 1800 homes that I'm going to hunt. You don't want to miss those, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you'll get notified when I put up that video. Well, I've got us a loud one here, 98. That sounds like a quarter. It's on the surface too. And they're kind of stubborn. Oh, there it is. They like to hide in there. That's a new one. We'll take it though. Well, I'm going to call it quits, guys. It's kind of getting hot, and I've already done pretty good. I think I'm going to call it a day and head in. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get my subscribers up, and it will help me out if you don't mind. Okay, thanks for watching.